guys, you're so stupid because you had an umbrella in your car, but you just didn't want to take it. It's weird. Hello guys, welcome into a vlog. I'm starting this segment of the video on my amazing DSLR camera, and then I'll switch to my phone. Hello, it's, as you can see, really cold in here in France. Today is Monday and I don't think I mentioned that, but I'm jobless. I stopped working at my previous job at the beginning of January, and I'm a little bit in a transition, as we can say. So I'm getting my hip surgery in about a week, and I'm really stressed. So I thought that I would take advantage of not having a job and going on a casual Monday to do a little bit of shopping. I say a little bit because I don't need that many things, and I'm pretty good when it comes to not buying clothes. And I'll tell you what, the thing with shopping clothes for me, I have this physical ache when I need to buy clothes. There's always this rational part of my brain saying like, oh Ellie, are you really going to splurge and put 60 euros into a blouse? It's just fabric. Why would you do that? So it physically hurt me when I need to buy clothes. Of course, I have a lot of new clothing items that I purchased brand new, like for example this feather jacket that I put under my coat. I like this bandana, or I don't know how you call it. But I love to thrift, and for example, I'll show you in my mirror in just a second. Of course, it's a bit messy behind me because it's real life. I haven't prepared my apartment for filming this video. It's actually not planned at all, but I thought since I can still use my legs for a few days before having to wear crutches, I'll just take you along. I wanted to show you what I thrifted. I think it was last year. I went to this, it's called Villefontaine in France. So it's basically people who sell their clothes, and I have found this cashmere sweater, which was from a really good brand. It's Estimé Cashmere, and it usually retails for I think 300 euros, and I got it for 20, and it's the best sweater I own. And since it's cold today, I'm going to wear this with this little feather jacket that I put under a huge coat, this little bandeau, a pair of jeans, and we're ready to go in about a few minutes. I still need to charge my phone because I don't want it to die in the middle of driving, since I haven't had that much experience with driving. I only got my license last year, so I don't want to risk anything, and I still need to put gas into the tank, and then we can go shopping. Talking about thrifting, I thrifted this beautiful mirror, which was 40 euros. I negotiated for quite a while with the salesperson. It was in an antique shop, in an antique market, sorry. And those kinds of mirrors usually cost about 400 bucks. And when I saw it, I just fell in love. So I have it just put on this IKEA, it's a dresser, I don't know how you call it. And then I have a little vase, some books, a candle, and here I have my medication for post-surgery, which is not really fun. It's a constant reminder that in a few days I'm having the surgery. So yeah, let's not talk about the surgery because I will cry again. I feel really scared about it. Let's think positive today. If you're wondering what is the plan today, I don't even know. The only thing I know is that, as I said, I need to put gas into the tank, and then we have about 30 to 40 minutes of driving, and I'm going to this outlet. It's called The Village. It's in Villefontaine. It's outside of the city of Lyon where I live, and they have amazing prices, especially when you go there during sales. So in France, the seasonal sales start in the beginning of January and they finish in the beginning of February. So we're today, what day is it? I think it's the 21st or 22nd of January. We're kind of at the end of the sale, so I should get pretty good deals. And the stores I want to visit are, first of all, a kitchen supply store. I would love to buy a little Asian kind of pan, you know, to make omelets, but those square omelets, I don't know if you have seen those. maybe on Instagram or something. I think it's very handy to have a little pan that you can use only for eggs. Oh, my hand hurts. The camera is so heavy. And what else do I want to purchase? If I find some comfortable clothes, especially pants or comfortable joggings for after my surgery, I would love to buy some. And then we're just gonna browse. I'm probably going to get a coffee, which I don't usually do because this is one other thing it physically hurts me to pay for, especially since I'm lactose intolerant. Every time I having a coffee I need to pay the extra for the oat milk or almond milk, and my cappuccino ends up at like 5 or 6 euros. And when I was working, to give you an idea of how much a person in France usually makes, we make about 10 euros an hour. So if you pay your cappuccino 6 euro, that means you have been working for about 40 minutes to be able to afford it. So this is usually the rational part of my brain working. Of course, from time to time I splurge on like coffees and everything, but it's not the things I like to put my money towards. I prefer to make it towards having really good quality food, sometimes organic, having a beautiful interior, because those things bring me joy in my everyday life. And I much prefer the coffee I make at home, but you know, everyone does what they want. And at some point I should even show you my apartment, because you haven't seen it. I might be able to do a little tour for you of some snippets today, and next time I will show you the biggest part of my apartment, but that'll probably be in about 2 months after I recover from surgery, because I won't be able to use my hand, you know, because I will have crutches. My favorite part of this apartment is this mirror I showed you earlier. I have it on a little IKEA piece of furniture with some books that I find beautiful. Those are all about gemstones. And then here we have a little pumpkin that my stepmom made for me. And then this is my creation. I thrifted this painting of a woman behind it, and I didn't like the way the woman looked, but I loved the frame, so I bought it specifically for the frame. And I used, I don't know how you call it in English again, enduit. No, it was plâtre. Plâtre. I'll put the word in English, and it's all white. So when I put the lamp on, you can see the details. It's just plain white. I like it. My apartment is green. It's sage green, so I think it looks good. Today I'm just showing you few snippets because my apartment is really not tidy and I have laundry all over the floor. We have those doors that we covered with white paint, and I bought those little handles at Zara Home. Those golden handles, which I think are beautiful. This is the entry wardrobe, if you call it that way. We put all of our coats in it and our shoes. And this is my second favorite place of the apartment. It's this little hook near the window, and here I have some laundry drying. Don't pay attention to that. But we have bought this IKEA, it's the Besta furniture. It's from the Besta category. It has a lot of storage inside. And I thrifted this little whiskey jar for I think 4 euros last summer. I bought this wooden tray at Monoprix for a few bucks. And then I have my pothos, my plant, that I repotted in the spring. And I have this little candle. And here are some more books about gemstones and some more books in general. We have this beautiful bouquet of eucalyptus that I thrifted in this huge antique market, flea market that we have in Lyon. It's called Les Puces du Canal. If you come to Lyon, you should go there. It's, I think, the biggest flea market in Europe, and it's gorgeous. And I thrifted this painting at Emmaüs, which is a charity shop. It's the equivalent of Goodwill in France, Emmaüs, and I thrifted this for 15 euros. I love this painting so much. I would like to get a custom frame around So at some point I will go to see a specialist to know how much it will cost me. We moved into this apartment a year ago. We moved in here in December 2022 and it's still not finished. We have still some things to finish. To furnish an apartment, it costs a lot of money. It also takes time to see how you truly live. Oops, sorry. How you truly live in the apartment, because sometimes what I see on YouTube and what kind of pisses me off, and I don't think it's true for the majority of people, is that those, usually it's girls, but it doesn't matter. Those people who show that they furnish their apartment in a month. Well, for me it's not reality because it costs so much money. For example, just our table was, I think, 400 euros. Of course you can thrift things, but Facebook Marketplace in France is not as well furnished as in America from what I have compared. I have a friend, Olivia. Hey Olivia, if you come and watch this video, you know what I mean. She thrifted almost every single furniture in her apartment for her and her husband, and she lives in Georgia. And there were so many beautiful items on Facebook Marketplace, and when I look at the items that we have on our French Facebook Marketplace or on our Le Bon Coin, which is another second-hand platform in France, it's not the same. So we bought a lot of new things, even though we thrifted our couch from one of my boyfriend's co-workers. We had this IKEA couch for $150, which was secondhand, but then the rest is usually new because we lived in a 20-meter square apartment, so we only had a bed and an IKEA wardrobe and a table, and that's it. And it was a very small table, so we gave that to his brother and we bought a new one because we host a lot of people, especially during Thanksgiving. We have usually 14 to 16 people, so we have a huge table that you can open, and we love our apartment, but it takes time to furnish, you know. And I'll put you down because first of all, you're super heavy, and second of all, I'm out of breath from talking. I will talk, of course, but without having to hold you, it will be better. Let me see if it focuses. Perfect. So what I was saying, yeah, it's not really realistic to furnish your apartment in a few weeks, and it costs a lot of money. So we took our time. It took us, I think, 4 months to find chairs, for example. I bought those chairs, I think it was, oh no, it was probably in June or May 2023, so we were in the apartment for 5 to 6 months. I waited for the annual sales to buy them, and I got them for 200 instead of, I think, like 400, because I didn't know that chairs were so expensive. And I have a lot of videos that I took over the last year when I got new pieces of furniture or when we changed something in the apartment, and I would love to make an entire video on how we furnished the place because it took us quite a while. So it takes time. That's the summary of everything I have to say. And now I think my phone is charged and we're ready to go to do a little bit of shopping. I'll show you what I buy, maybe even how much I spend, because I love when people say how much they spend and they share the prices of the things. I find it really interesting. Let's cover up nicely. I have 4 layers. I have a turtleneck, this cashmere sweater. It feels really fancy to say cashmere sweater. It was not on purpose, sorry. Then this middle layer, and then my coat. This was in fact my grandpa's coat. He still lives, okay? He is not dead. But a few years ago he asked me if I liked anything in his closet, and I loved this coat. It's a dark blue coat, and I got it tailored for 50 euros in Slovakia. So Slovakia is the country where I was born, and I have been living in France my entire life. So I would say I have both nationalities. And in Slovakia it costs not a lot of money to make your clothes tailored depending on the city you are, and I got it tailored to my tiny little frame because I'm way smaller than my grandpa, and men's coats are usually really big. And now it's my favorite coat. I owe a few coats, but this one, the quality is amazing. It was handmade during communism. So this coat is way older than I am. I think this coat has like 50 years, no kidding. We're gonna put some comfortable shoes. I have thrifted those. So see, we have spoken about clothes earlier, that I hate to buy expensive new clothes and I prefer to thrift. We have a app. It's probably similar to Poshmark in America. It's called Vinted. We have that all over Europe. And I bought those sneakers, those white leather sneakers, and they were brand new. They still had the tag on them. And I got them for 20 bucks. And they retail, I think, for like 100, which was a really good deal. And they're my favorite sneakers I own because they don't have an apparent brand on them. And I really like that they look chic. It's not like Nike's where you have the big logo. Plus they're super comfortable and they have a thick sole, so in the winter you're not cold. This fanny pack is thrifted as well for 10 bucks. I have the phone, I have the charger in case something happens. And now I have the scarf. We're all ready to go. Let's go. We're in the elevator to go down. And I have a weird fear I need to share. Every time I drive, so I got my driver's license about 6 months ago. I have this fear of choking whenever I'm driving, so I always carry water with me. I don't know, does that happen to anyone else, to have to carry water every time you drive? Because I feel like it's a bit weird. And we have arrived at the village. It was kind of a stressful ride for me because I usually don't drive for that long at a time. I usually do like 20-25 minute rides. This one was about 40-minute long. There is this lovely bagel place here at the village. It's a chain restaurant. We have them all over France. It's called Begelstein. They have really good bagels and they're pretty good at accommodating to my lactose and soy intolerance, because you can see all of the allergens and you can ask them to use other gloves, another knife and everything. I might get a bagel before I leave the village. We're gonna head to Nike to have a look at the sneakers, and then we're gonna go to get a coffee. You're so stupid because you had an umbrella in your car, but you just didn't want to take it just in case. So yeah, now I'm under the fucking rain. Local time, 5:33 p.m. I came back about 10 minutes ago. I just had the time to put a lot of laundry in, and I wanted to show you what I got. So I only bought one thing, and I was really reasonable. There were not a lot of things that I actually wanted to purchase there. I didn't have anything that like caught my eye and I wanted to buy. There was beautiful, how do you call them? There were beautiful duvet covers and sheet covers and mattress covers, but they were too expensive. So I was like, I don't need anything in particular. I have really good sheets for my bed right now and I don't need to spend money, because with my surgery I had to buy a lot of drugs, food supplements and those things. So I was like, this is not my #1 priority. I bought this beautiful little top. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna show you the colors. I don't think I have ever worn anything pink, so I was kind of hesitant. I asked someone there when I was trying it. It's see-through, so I'll have to put something under, either a bralette or maybe a white tank top. That's all. I hope you enjoyed this little vlog, this rainy, cozy shopping vlog, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Salut.